month when he was gone was drafted in the army now. I'm going reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. They made him blow a bugle for his Uncle Sam. It really brought him down because he couldn't chant. I got the thing to understand. Because the next day the cat went out and dropped his band. And now the coffee jumps when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. A toot, a toot, out a toot, he rolls the leg to the bar. His boogie rhythm, he can't blow a note unless the bass and guitar is playing rhythm. He makes the company jump when he plays reveille. He's the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B. He was the boogie woogie bugle boy of Company B.
What is up? What is up, people over here? Oh my God, I got to move things around because I had to move the computer over here to the MacBook Pro, whatever, over here to make sure that it Bluetoothed into the speaker, because when I had it over here previously on this side, it wouldn't connect. It kept, jittering and coming in and out and all that kind of bullshit. So I had to move it, and now we're going to move it back. Man, it's always something, right? What's up, guys, girls, peeps? Oh my God, all the pronouns: I, me, he, we, she, them, they, their. I don't know. I can't even think of all the pronouns that are going on out there right now, but we are back. We are here. We are back. What do I got going on over here? I got a little shadow. We're gonna dial in just a little bit more. Man, I thought for sure that the light was going to be perfect. I didn't test any of this out beforehand, prior to anything going on. I just decided, you know what? We're just going to fucking start the show, you know? So I got everything set up. I've got my, what do I have over here? I have my iPhone 12 over here as my display for today. I've got the iPad Pro sitting right here in front of me. This is me looking right at the nose holes, like as always, kind of a upward shot into the cranium going on right here. I've got the computer happening over here, so we're going to look at a couple things over here as we go along. So welcome back, folks. I mean, it's a welcome back for me, I guess, not for you guys. You guys have been here all along. I'm the one that's been fucking around and not doing any goddamn shows. I don't feel like I've got the light and the direction and all the stuff dialed in exactly like I want to. I've always got a little bit of a shadow thing going on behind me, which is fine. I've got the logo going on behind me today. I figured that would be apropos. I've got the Clemson shirt on today. Clemson's doing well. They are 3-0 going into the season. I've actually got money on Clemson to win the national championship this year. So I put money on them and I put money on Oklahoma. So one of those two teams needs to win the national championship for me to win some cash. I've been kind of up and down on some betting here lately. I got into, God, I'm all over the place already, as always. Again, welcome to everybody that has signed in, that is tuned in, that is watching, that is interested in what is going on. This is probably the first show I've done in about 2 months. I've debated on whether or not I was going to do a show at all. Just kind of zoom in a little bit more here, I've debated on whether or not I was going to do a show at all, ever, again. I think this is show number 196, possibly. It's 195, 96, 97, somewhere around there. We're getting close to 200. And I've always said that, man, if I could get to 200, that would be a fantastic number. I'd like to go further than that, farther than that. I'm not sure which word I would use in that instance. I think it's further. I'll let it go further. Maybe it's farther. I'm not quite sure. One of the two. Either one of them, maybe. Both of them work. But I would like to go into the 300, the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1,000. I skipped 900, if you didn't notice. But I got a little antsy, you know. I said, fuck, man, why haven't I done the show? I hadn't done the show in forever. And people wanted it. They've asked for it. And I said, you know what? I'm going to do it. Here's the problem. My iPhone 12 is over here on the tripod. It's recording the show. I've got too much light going on. I got shadow going on over here. I didn't test anything prior to. Well, what was the problem? Oh, the problem is I've got all my notes on this iPhone 12 over here. Matter of fact, I was supposed to. This is my iPhone 10. I've been trying to get an update done on this because it hadn't been updated in months. And I said, man, I got to update this thing before I can put it on there. It's not going to sync with all the stuff, you know, the Switcher Studio, things like that. It wasn't updating fast enough on the Wi-Fi here at my parents' house. I'm out here in the trailer, parked out here. Got power hooked up, water, all that kind of good stuff. And chilling out over here. This guy was not doing things fast enough, so I said, fuck it. I don't have all time. I don't have all day. I don't have things to. I have things to do. I don't have all day to wait, and you know, I'd like to get to sleep sometime tonight. So I decided, screw the iPhone 10 over here. I'm gonna do the 12. Hook it up. I've got it hooked up to some power. I hooked up a light. I've updated both of these phones. The iPad. I've got the iMac over here. I haven't updated that, but it's still hooked up. So, I don't know. I'm just fucking rambling, guys. We're going to open this beer right here. You saw it up front. Matter of fact, what was up front? That was the Andrews sisters singing Boogie, Woogie, Bugle, Boy. And the reason I played that song wasn't my first choice. I had about 3 different things I was going to play tonight. Or choices that I had of things that I was going to play tonight. This one I chose because it was kind of nostalgic. It was a little bit, pro-American, pro-military. It had the word boogie in it, which is something we're going to talk about here shortly. And, yeah, I just liked it. Andrews Sisters, Boogie Woogie, Bugle Boy. And that's what we played tonight to start the show with. Now we're going to find out what beer we're drinking. This is the Hip Hop Hooray IPA. Let's type that in. Hip Hop Hooray IPA. It's from BirdSong Brewing Company. Here we go. We're going to go over here. Hip Hop Hooray IPA, BirdSong Brewing Company. I've checked it in a couple times. I've drank it more than what it says on here. I've checked it in once. It says on here. I know I've checked it in more than that, but I've definitely drank it more than that. 6.0% ABV, alcohol by volume. It's 40 IBUs, or International Bittering Units. It's got an average rating of 3.75. I'm not sure what I gave it. Let's see what we gave it here. Last time I drank it, I gave it a 3.75. So that's pretty average. We brewed up a special anniversary beer to celebrate 10 years. The latest in our IPA series. Hip Hop Hooray is a West Coast style IPA with a slight malt backbone, balanced bitterness, and a sweet finish. Common hops provide bright grapefruit notes, while Strata and Belma hops offer strong tropical fruit aromatics. Clean, crushable, and delicious. This is definitely an IPA worth celebrating. So that's what we're going to drink tonight. And, I apologize, guys. I was up. Oh, my God. This beer is not that fresh, really. I'll be honest with you. I've already spilled it all over the table over here. It's already I mean, let's just say, let's call it what it is. It's already come all over the table over here. It's already released its load all over the fucking table. I think I've got maybe some paper towels underneath the table here. Yep, I've got something. So that did not work out very well. I've been hanging out with Paul and Deborah this afternoon. I was supposed to come home earlier, or back to the trailer. Home, I guess, as it were. I was going to come back and do a show earlier. I went out to look for some dog food. We're going to get into it all, guys. Girls, peeps, whatever. I went out to get some dog food. Well, let's just go back here. What was I saying? I was talking to Paul and Deb. We'll come back around to that. We'll come back around to the whole Paul and Deb thing, and we're going to get into a whole bunch of stuff really today. God, man, I made a mess already. So what did I do? I was at Leia has been scratching and pawing and clawing and licking and doing all kind of stuff to her body. The paws, the underbelly, the stomach, the underneath the armpits. She's been really itchy and having an allergic reaction to some kind of bullshit, whether it's bugs or grass or some kind of allergy. I don't think it's anything food related, but been really worrying me, and I've been concerned about her. I've been feeling bad for her because she's been so itchy, and I know how it is to have an itch, to have an ant bite or a mosquito bite or a gnat or a no-see-em or whatever. It's pretty fucking bullshit, really, to be able to not be able to get rid of an itch, an antihistamine reaction or whatever. So she's been pretty miserable the past couple weeks or so. And I decided, you know what? It's time for annual physical anyways. I'm going to take her to the vet, Flowertown Animal Hospital. We're going to get her checked out and see if we can figure out why she's scratching so much and what we can do to kind of fix it. I've done some, and my father has done some preventive stuff to try and figure out if we can get this thing quelled without having to take her to the vet. So we've done some Benadryl, some Claritin, some antifungal, anti-inflammatory type shampoos, sprays, those type things. Calamine lotion, fucking some cortisone cream, whatever. So I took her to the vet today. None of that stuff has worked, by the way. Took her to the vet today, and they said, well, we're going to give her some antibiotics. And it looks like she's got some bug bites and some types of things, and we'd like to do XYZ to try and figure out if there's any other things going on, blood work, all these things, and tried to jump the bill up to $100,000 of all the tests they wanted to do. And I said, no, you know what? Let's just try the antibiotics. Let's get that done with first. So we're going to do that. See if that works. And hopefully it does. My other dog, Sophie, that I used to have before Leia came along, I bought Leia after Sophie passed away. I used to get some injections, shots for Sophie about every 6 months or so. When we were out in Vegas, she had a real bad allergic reaction to some kind of weed or grass or something that was out there in Vegas. And I used to get her an injection every 6 months, and it worked out very well. I thought maybe they would give Leia an injection, but apparently they're going to try these antibiotics. And they said, continue with some Benadryl, Claritin, those type things, synergistically with the antibiotic. That might work out well. But we'll see. I'm looking at the screen right here, and it looks like, here we go. This is me right here. It looks like this other shot is frozen, and I can't tell if it is or not. I've always got this big thing. Every time I look at the screen, I see things playing back in real time. It looks like things are frozen. It looks like my lips are off sync with what the audio is. But sometimes when I play it back, things work out fine. Sometimes when I play it back, they do not. So this is the up screen shot from the iPad again. So that's what's going on with Leia. You know, she's a great dog. They actually told me that she is 20% overweight right now. So she clocked in at 69.5 pounds today. I think the first time I ever took her to the vet, she was 45 or 50 pounds, somewhere around there. I think the last time I took her to the vet a year ago, before she got her surgery on her, cancerous little node that she had on her back rear leg, her rear leg on the right side. She was 60 pounds at that point. So in the last year, not even a year, it's been like 10 months or so since the last time she's been weighed in. She's gained 9 pounds. So it's definitely, because she's being overfed. We're kind of staying at my parents' house right now and kind of linked up. The trailer's here at my parents' house, and she's getting fed twice a day instead of once a day, which is what I normally do with her. I feed her once a day. My father likes to feed her twice a day, and he says that he splits, what she would get once a day, he splits it into 2 times a day. I don't believe it. I believe that he's probably doubling up, what she gets once a day and making it twice a day. And then she's getting stuff all throughout the day, pizza crust and chicken skin and chicken pieces and all kind of snacks and stuff coming in and out of the house, the backyard, the whatever, just treats and stuff for her being a good dog, And she's gotten fat. So she needs to lose about 14, 15 pounds. And so do I, to be honest. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm in the best shape ever. But so I bought some food for her. I'm not sure what it was called. I'm not going to look it up. But it's a weight management dog food. So that's coming in. That's going to be here on Wednesday. I ordered it off of Amazon. We're going to try and get her on some better food, a little less calories, a little higher protein, some less fat type things. A little bit different than what you would do right now. What the craze is on the human diet is high fat, low carb. What we're going to get Leia on is a little bit of high protein, lower fat type thing. So over the next month, my plan is to get her to drop 14 to 15 pounds. We're going to get her back out walking a little bit, trying to do at least 2 miles a day. Now that the temperatures here in the south have dropped significantly and are better for getting out and doing some walking and stuff. So that's what's going on with that. I just turned 50 years old, guys. September 4th, I turned 50. So congratulations. You're welcome. Thank you. If you're saying, happy birthday or whatever back there in the background and I can't hear it. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. I turned 50 years old. I feel pretty good. I feel like I need to be, like I said, 15, 20 pounds, maybe less to be in my best shape at 50 years old. I definitely feel like I was better at 49. I've got a picture that I took at 49 years old, and I planned on taking a picture at 50 that was going to best that, but I did not. I've been kind of indulging a little bit and having a good time and eating a lot of food and desserts and drinking a lot of beer and spirits and wine and what have you, and just been having a good time for this year. We still have some COVID stuff going on, and no excuses. I fucking July, August was supposed to be my 2 months to get back into phenomenal shape, and I was going to be in the best shape ever at 50 years old, and it did not happen. And I'm not going to complain about it. I'm not going to have any excuses about it. I'm just going to say, oh well, that's what happened, and we'll go forward from here. What else is going on? We're going to smoke a little bit of this. This is a D9. Delta 9, little disposable sativa going on right here. So that's what's happening there. Where are we at now? We're at 20 minutes already. God damn, I feel like we've been going forever. Just came back. So prior to the birthday, my birthday weekend, Labor Day weekend is what my birthday is every year. I decided to go to Washington State, out to the Gorge there in Washington, for a concert weekend with my best friend, Ryan Olds. And we did this concert back in 2007. Went to the Gorge. We spent a couple of days out there. We did some primitive camping, standard camping, way off on the other side of camp. And this year, 15 years later, we decided, for my 50th birthday, we decided let's upgrade. So we upgraded to the Gold Camping, which I think is the premier camping of the Gorge. Dave, pretty much every year, I think they might have taken a break the past couple of years because of COVID or what have you. Every year they kind of finish up at the Gorge out there in Washington, do a 3-day weekend of camping, 3 concerts in a row, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So my buddy Ryan and I decided let's do a reunion out there, 15-year reunion. Get out there and upgrade to the best camping that they have to offer. We still use tents. I wanted to bring my camper out there, camper wooing right now, but wasn't able to do that. So we slept in tents out there. Had 3 days of camping. We did 3 days of concert as well. The first day, Friday, we had pit camping, which is right up front, standing room right there in front of the stage. The second day, we had general admission, so we kind of held back and stayed at the top of the lawn there. And the third day, more pit camping. Fantastic time, man. We flew in to Seattle. We stayed a night at the True by Hilton out there in right outside of Seattle, outside of the airport, 2-3 miles or whatever. Stayed there. We woke up the next day. We had some breakfast. We had a rental car there from the airport. We got a Chevy Malibu. Not a big fan. We had a chance to get a Camry. We had a chance to get a Maxima from Nissan. A few other options. I kind of chose the Chevy Malibu. I'd never been in a Malibu before. I said, man, I want to try this out. I think it's going to be a hot car. It's going to be fast. It's going to be cool. It was a hybrid, of course. Not that great. I didn't like it. I didn't think it was very comfortable. It was a little loud. Didn't really have that much get up and go. I think the Camry would have been the best option if I go back and think about it. But anyway, that's what we got. So we went there. We went to Target and got a bunch of food. We got some snacks, those type things. We drove a couple hours out. It's about a 2.5 hour trip out to the Gorge. We drove out. We stopped prior to the Gorge at a gas station there. We got some beer, stocked up. Actually, we got the beer. Where did we get the beer? Oh, no, as a matter of fact, when we left Target, after getting some snacks and stuff, we went to a Total Wine. We got a whole bunch of beer there at the Total Wine. We got some wine as well, some Cabernet. And a few miles out, an hour out or whatever from the Gorge, we stopped at a gas station. We had a cooler, got a bunch of ice. We packed everything up, got everything chilled down about an hour prior to getting to the Gorge, so everything was cold when we got there, so we could have a cold beer, or cold wine or whatever. Because Ryan liked to chill his Cabernet down on ice, and I drank it straight up, room temperature, whatever. We get to the Gorge. The Friday we get there, it's fucking hot as balls. It's one of the hottest days, almost a record day temperature, I think. As a matter of fact, it was definitely in the 90s. So we set up camp in the heat of the day. We're sweating our balls off, getting everything set up. Ryan has some problems with his damn tent. He hadn't taken his tent. He hadn't taken his bag. in general out of his garage in 10 years, 12 years, I think it was, maybe. And the tent, a couple of the tent poles have dry rotted or broken or whatever. He gets the tent set up, kind of MacGyvers a little bit, and fixes the tent poles and gets everything set up to where he can at least pitch it, and have a dome tent going on. Tries to get into the tent once he gets it all set up, trying to unzip the fly or the door. Well, not the fly goes over the top, but the door to try and get into the tent. And because it's been stored so long in a humid environment, or it might have been wet when they stored it and set it up, you could smell kind of the mold a little bit off of the tent from all the storage over 10 to 12 years. And he tried to open and unzip the door to get into the tent, and the zipper had frozen shut from rust or whatever, corroded. So we tried throwing all kind of fluids on it, and we're hitting with hammers, and we're hitting it. We're going in there with a Swiss knife and trying to break some of the rust off of the thing, and we're pulling and just trying to go. Oh, we're trying to get it. Nothing was breaking this goddamn. nothing was breaking this zipper loose whatsoever. So finally, Ryan just says, "Fuck it." Sticks his Swiss knife into the in between the teeth, the zipper that kind of go together like this, and just breaks it all loose and just pulls the zipper all apart. No way to zip the door back, after that goes on. So does that. I think he poked a couple holes in the side wall and then the flap of the door, put a little rope in there, and found a way to kind of bind the door together at night. So luckily, there was no humidity, there was no body of water that was producing a lot of bugs and mosquitoes and those type things. So we didn't have any problems with, sundown, sunset, dawn, coming up in the morning, and having all these bugs inundate our campsite or whatever. So no problem with leaving that door wide open. You could do that all night, which was probably a good thing, let some airflow in there. But which is kind of funny that we went all this way, brought all this gear, all this equipment, and all of a sudden we can't set up camp because because the tent's been in storage for so long that it's not even hardly usable. But it all worked out. I set my tent up. This was the tent that had off of the Mississippi River that Warrior Expeditions was gracious enough to give to us, donate to us as a participant in the Warrior Paddle. And it's a fantastic one-man tent, one-person tent. And I had to buy another sleeping pad because the sleeping pad that I had on the Mississippi River ended up having a springing a hole in it or whatever, and it wouldn't hold any air. So I got rid of that, tossed it. I bought a new one off of Amazon. Worked perfectly. It was actually a little bit more comfortable than the one that I had previously. So that was perfect. We spent 3 days out there. Fantastic. That first day was hot as balls, like I said. The second day, oh my God, it was so glorious. The wind picked up. The cloud cover was like 67 to 70% of the day. A couple times, I was in shorts and a t-shirt. A couple times, I was almost chilly enough with the wind and the cloud cover, and we had this tarp that Ryan had bought, this brand new tarp that covered us and kept us out of the elements and the sun and the exposure to the sky and stuff. And a couple times I was almost chilly enough where I wanted to put a blanket on, go into my tent and get my sleeping bag or whatever and put it over my legs because it got a little chilly out there. We are in a premier section of the camping. You walk right out the back of the camp there, and we had a hardened facility. There was a double wide, trailer type thing right there. Little garage, shed type area. a convenience store set up right there. So these people lived right there at the gorge, and they provided breakfast, burritos, lunch, dinner, whatever. Burritos, tacos and quesadillas throughout the day. Excuse me. Their little convenience store right there. They had some fresh coffee. They had some energy. Excuse me, man. God damn it. They had some energy drinks. They had some Red Bull, different various sodas, some water. They had a couple bins of ice, so they had fresh ice every day, so you could get ice for your cooler. What else did they have? Some candy bar type stuff, some ding dongs, I don't know, whatever, Little Debbie cakes type stuff. So some stuff just to kind of get you along for the day. Maybe a cup of soup or whatever. We had our own stuff. We had, what is this going on down here? This table underneath a table underneath the table, as a matter of fact. We brought our own stuff. We had our own snacks. We had beer, wine, like I said. We'd stopped, before we left Seattle, we stopped at a weed store or a rec store, whatever you want to call it. We picked up some gummies. We picked up some pre-rolls and a lighter. And, God damn, I'm saying a lot, right? But we got out there and had plenty of stuff. So between beer, wine, matter of fact, I need to drink this beer right now. Beer, wine, gummies, some pre-rolls, and then once we got into the venue, there was a few other options as well. We had some shots we could do, some rum, some tequila, all the spirits, basically. So, man, what a fantastic time, really. 32 minutes in. What have I talked about? Nothing. What's this called? Hip Hop Hooray IPA. I dig it. So let's get into this. We got an event coming up, and that's pretty much why I'm doing this show, really. I've kind of, at one point I said, man, I'm not sure if I'm doing any more shows. My Instagram and my Facebook account on Craft Conversations kind of became just a place where I posted some of my thoughts. I posted some political stuff, which I've deleted some of that stuff because I really want to separate my personal political type stuff away from the Craft Conversation stuff and make this just about, positivity and, music and craft beer and those type things. So, I tried to clean up the account a little bit yesterday. I want to get back into doing more shows. I want to get back into doing some interviews. I've got, my buddy Slayton Johnson up there in Tennessee. He wants to come down, or he wants me to come up and do a craft conversation with him. Be the third or fourth that we've done together. I've had set up to do a podcast with Deb and Paul Pietrofesso of the Paul Stone Project. They want to be the first couple to come on the show, and we've talked about that for a while, and we're going to get that going. I promise you, that's coming up. And a few other people I want to sit down and talk to. But here's what's coming up: is on the 7th, 8th, and 9th of October, we've got the Blackwater Boogie coming up, and I can't believe I haven't put any of this stuff up on the screen yet. It's supposed to be up there the entire fucking show. By the way, I'm Brian Dales. I'm your host of Craft Conversations. I haven't done this in 2 months, so I forgot to put any of this stuff up on the screen. Ediso Blackwater Boogie. What's that all about, That's what I'm here to talk about. And that's the name of this episode. I think it's going to be called the Boogie episode, or the Blackwater Boogie episode, Blackwater episode, the Edisto episode. I'm not sure exactly what this episode is going to be called yet, but it's going to be something along those lines. What we're talking about is the Edisto Blackwater Boogie. If you go to the website, it's down there at the bottom of your screen right now. If you're watching this on YouTube, EdistoBlackwaterBoogie.com. You can go up there and get your tickets for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. You can get 2 days, you can get 3 days, you can get just 1 day. You can get the whole package. The whole package is going to give you a little bit of a discount to get them all together. There's still a few camping opportunities available. I think there's a primitive and there's a double primitive camping still available. The RV sites with power and water and those things are already taken. They're sold out. Most everything is sold out, honestly, at this point. So if you haven't done so already, go to the website. You can go here as well, Edisto Blackwater Boogie on Instagram. You can also go to Edisto Blackwater Boogie on Facebook. All those sites, anywhere you go, is going to get you a link to get you to the website, to get you to the Eventbrite where the tickets are to purchase anything that you want to purchase. I don't know, man. Let's go here. Let's go to the website. Here we go. We'll put you on the website here on the screen. So, Edisto Blackwater Boogie. If you want to become a sponsor, as a matter of fact, you can still do that. I'm a sponsor. There's so many people, I can't even list them. If you go and look at at their Instagram, you can see all the people that have become sponsors. They've been thanking them. They've been posting. I'm one of the sponsors. So if you want to become a sponsor and help promote these local artists and the event itself and the Edisto River, Giveon State Park, you can go in and help all these people thrive and become happier in the near future. You know what I'm saying? You can also go and buy tickets. So we're going to go in here to the buy ticket section. We'll take a look here. The festival, like I said, is from the 7th to the 9th of October. Oh, let's go back real quick and, matter of fact, let's take a look at what the event actually is. So if you look at the event, it's the second annual. Actually, it's the third annual, I think, right? Yeah, they did it. I thought it was the third annual. Maybe it's the second. Outdoor activity, local musicians, food and drink trucks, kid-friendly activities, and more. A songwriter showcase on Friday, bonfire jam sessions, guided tours, performances, local artists, weekend-long event, camping's encouraged. It's going to be all kind of stuff, man. There's probably going to be some fireworks, there's going to be lighting, there's going to be music, there's going to be beer and wine flowing, there's going to be some other amenities, as you can imagine. There's going to be campfires, stories, singing, conversations, camaraderie. Man, everybody is going to be having a good time. Strongly encourage all patrons to wear a mask, exercise distancing. You know, we want to be safe out there. You know, but kiss if you want to. I don't care. Kiss, make out, have a good time. Whatever. We got all kind of sponsors going on. Jesus Christ. It's going to be a great time. Let's go back to the event here. So if you want to get some tickets, it's at Givens Ferry State Park. God, I can't speak tonight. It's been too long since I've done this show or done anything like this at all. If you hit tickets on here, it's going to bring you up to the Eventbrite site. We still have a weekend pass, $65, get you all 3 days. And you look, if you do individual days, Friday only is $35, right? Saturday only is $40. Sunday is $30. So you get the point, right? Friday is going to be kind of a good day. Saturday is supposed to be the most productive day, the busiest day, so that's a little more expensive. And Sunday, not too many people maybe going to show up. People got to go back to work on Monday, blah, blah, blah. So a little bit cheaper. But if you look at it, you're looking at $75 $85, $95, $105 to get an individual ticket for all 3 days, right? If you get the general admission here, look at it, weekend pass, $65, and there's 863 of them remaining. So get you a ticket, 5 to 10 every day. 5 to 10 on Friday. Saturday's 11 to 10. Sunday is 10 to 2. So they all get different times going on. That also affects the price. There's also still some kid tickets. They're a little cheaper, way cheaper. If you're under age 5, you get in for free. You're probably not listening to this podcast, but let your kids know they can get in for free if they're under 5. There's still some primitive camping sites available, 12 of those, and there's still some double primitive camping sites. There's 7 of those remaining. The full campers sold out. The walk-in private tent site is sold out. The self-contained camper spot is sold out. You can still become a vendor. There's 49 spots remaining for a vendor. So if you have a service, if you have, let's get this off of here. Nope, that's not the right one. If you have a service, if you have something that you provide, whether it be food, a craft, a drink, a service, a yoga, whatever, get in touch. There's still 49 spots remaining for that. So, all right, what else are we going to talk about? I think that's about it. We talked a little bit about my birthday. We talked a little bit about Dave Matthews. We talked some about just not doing shows in general and kind of getting back into this thing. We talked a little bit about Edisto Blackwater Boogie. I was hanging out with Mr. Paul Stone himself today and his lovely bride, Deborah. And they're very excited about it. They just performed here recently at the Sweet Tea Festival, and they perform all over town. Not Deborah, but the Paul Stone Project. All over town, Accent on Wine, Tiki and Rye, all these different places. There's going to be so many great bands out there. I've done a podcast, I think. If I looked at it, the last time I looked at it, over the 3 days, I think 12 to 13 of the performers that are going to be there at the show, I've done a podcast with. You can go back and look at the previous shows and kind of go back and peel through those and see if you see anybody you like. Everyone I've done a podcast with, they've done some musical performances on the show, usually 2 or 3 songs. And you can go back and look at their story and see what they're all about. I would highly encourage that. You can also go to the Songs of the Unsung, a great podcast that my friend Eric Barnett puts on. And he's done a lot of great interviews and has some great music on his podcast as well, with some of the same people and some new people that I haven't had a chance to talk to. Hopefully when I get out to the Boogie, the Blackwater, the Edisto Blackwater Boogie, hopefully the plan is to bring some of this equipment out there, some microphones or whatever, and do some one-on-one kind of spot interviews with some of these people that I haven't had a chance to talk to, and maybe some extensive interviews with some people as well. So I don't know, guys. A lot of good stuff going on. I'm hoping to hit the road here soon. I'm very anxious to hit the road. Hopefully after the Boogie, maybe I'm going to hit the road and start heading back out west, and want to get out there and hang out with my sons again. Arizona, Nevada, hit California up, and some of the, hopefully the rest of 2022 and 2023, I'm going to be hitting some of the remaining states that I need to hit all 50 states. That'll be all 50 states visited, not all 50 states in the travel trailer. It's kind of hard to get to Hawaii in the travel trailer, but we'll see if we can get a ferry out there, and try and do that eventually. But so that's what's going on. we are 45 minutes in. I feel like I rambled a little bit. I'm not real in practice, in tune with this whole podcast thing, but hopefully we got you caught up a little bit. I mainly wanted to get you in on the Blackwater Boogie. Don't forget the website. You can go here. You can hit them up on Instagram. It's all pretty much the same. Edisto Blackwater Boogie. You can hit them up on Facebook. And, let's just give those guys some love, Let's get those guys some love and try and get out there and secure the rest of those tickets and get this thing sold out. Let's make this the best year ever for the Edisto Blackwater Boogie and look forward to the next year and see how we can top it. But that's only going to happen if you guys, you people, you folks, friends of ours, friends of the show, friends of the Boogie, friends of all the musicians that are out there, if you get out there and get your friends, family, everybody involved, buy a ticket, get a campsite, let's sell this thing out, let's pack it, let's have the greatest time ever. The weather's going to be fantastic. It's going to be phenomenal. The bugs are going to be gone. We're going to be right there on the water. We're going to have a great time. Fuck. Let's do it, guys. Let's fucking do it. Let's get out there and rock this boogie. Let's get our boogie on. All right? Okay. I appreciate you guys listening as always. Man, I couldn't do this show without you. I'm going to continue to do it. I think this is going to get me back on track. I don't know. I'm rambling. I'm tired. It's time to go to bed. It's 11:40 at night. I'm not feeling too well to begin with. I took a COVID test yesterday at CVS. It came back negative this morning, like 11 a.m. I took 2 home tests, antigen tests, prior to that came back negative. The reason is my buddy Ryan that went to the concert with me tested positive when he came back on September 7th. As of yesterday, September 8th, he took a Walgreens test and is still positive for COVID. So he's not doing too well up there. He's he had a little bit of time with it, and I decided I would get tested a few times. I've come back negative every time, but COVID is still here, guys. Believe it. All right. I'm rambling. I love you guys. I love you peeps. I love everybody. Keep paying attention to the show. Things are going to get more intense here as we go along. We're going to start doing some interviews and kind of ramp this thing back up to the next level, I think, is what my plan is. I sponsored this event over 3 days, and hopefully we're going to get back out there and trying to, pump it up and get some conversations going, because that's what it's all about, conversations. Love you. Peace out. We'll talk to you soon.